Hey everyone, today's video, I just want to recap some stuff. Haven't posted a video in a couple days. Computer's still out of commission, so I can't edit that footage, but I promise you it is on the way. Hoping to get the laptop back tomorrow. The repair technician ended up running into some extra stuff, so part of the game, but still want to keep you guys posted up to date. So I got a lot of stuff coming. Well, should I say a lot? Well, I got stuff coming for the truck. It's going to resolve issues that we have. So I want to just mention those things today. Let you know that they're on their way. And then once they show up, we can get into the details, get into the nitty gritty of everything. I think this camera is really, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, just get into the details of everything. And we'll start putting that stuff on and getting things sorted out as they come. So first things first, let's deal with the issues as they have came up and how we're going to solve them. So if you guys recall, a few weeks ago, we went to the track, we ran out of fuel. Not ran out of fuel physically, like, you know, the fuel tank was low, but we didn't have enough fuel leading to the injectors from the fuel pump. So there was two ways to solve it. One of them was to get a booster pump, which essentially raises the voltage to the pump for a given period of time. It has a reference for boost, so when it sees boost, it actually increases the voltage going to the pump, speeds the pump up, and you get more fuel pressure. So that was one way. But that thing was like 300 and something bucks. The other way to do it is to upgrade the fuel pump that's actually in the tank. There isn't any solid solutions, I should say. You can fit the pump in, but a lot of people haven't addressed the actual stock basket and how it all works. So one of the downfalls with replacing the pump is that you have to bypass a couple of hoses. And if you're really low on fuel, you might end up having like a stalled truck. So you couldn't run the tank really low. Not that you're supposed to, but it's just something to be aware of. Especially, I feel like, at least with this larger fuel tank that I have, because I think I have like the 32 gallon or whatever it is. It might be more of an issue since I think the tank's longer, right? So anyways, we're going to address that issue as it comes. So I have a fuel pump coming along on the way. It's a 300 liters per hour, I think. It's like a DW300, some weird name, Dosh Works or something like that, but whatever. I'll show you guys when that comes and shows up. Second thing, so the lowering kit. So the Beltec 2.4, for those of you guys that didn't watch the last video, we had some issues with wobble, high-speed wobble. The axle isn't completely centered. If you can see it there, it's a little bit shorter or closer to the front of the vehicle. You can see that gap in the fender well than the rear. So this gap is bigger than this gap, so the axle is actually rotated forward, and we have a terrible wobble up top. So I want to get rid of that wobble before we head to the drag strip, because I don't want this thing to fly out of control, because we're going to be getting about 110 miles an hour down the quarter mile in this, and if that wobble starts, who knows? Especially with the bias ply drag tires. Sorry, I'm just looking at them back there, but especially with those bias plies, if things get hairy, not having a sidewall on those drag slicks, it'll just lead to things getting even crazier and possibly out of hand. So I don't want to do that. But what I have on the way, so like I mentioned before, with the Beltec 2.4, there's a lot of reported issues of the wobble, you know, the axle not being in alignment, all that good stuff. So, and when I say alignment, there's alignment centered with the vehicle, like left to right, and then there's centered front to back. So there's two different alignments, or actually there's those two alignments, and then there's also the pinion angle. So the pinion angle is where your actual rear axle or pinion lines up with the drive shaft. So everything kind of goes out of whack. There's those kind of three factors. So those are the major ones that go out of whack. But what I promised you guys was that I'm going to attempt to solve, not completely fix, but at least get it so you guys can go down the road with a affordable lowering kit. So what I have on the way, this is what the next thing is. I have QA1 adjustable dampeners. Right now we have the Street Performance ones in the back. I have heard some guys who are well known in the industry. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus or shout out any names, but people that are well known in the Ram community that have said that they've ran the lowering kit, the 2.4 kit, and they just put stiffer shocks and their rear end wobble went away. So I have QA1 adjustable shocks coming, and I'm going to throw those on just by themselves. see if the wobble goes away. So if that ends up happening, that'll be a cheap solution for most of you guys. You can get down the road, hopefully alleviates that wobble, maybe a little bit of the safety concern, and we'll adjust it that way. The last thing I'm gonna do, I do have the spoon, whatever you guys, however you want to pronounce it. I have the spoon adjustable upper and lower control arms, rear control arms. I also have an adjustable panhard bar from that same spoon company. And because I have the bracket for the Beltec track bar that puts it in the right location, the axle looks pretty centered left to right, passenger side to driver's side. So it does look like it's riding pretty good in the center. So I haven't had to put the track bar on to move the axle, either way, to closer to the driver's side or closer to the passenger side. So that's taken care of as far as I'm concerned right now. So, going back to those Spoon control arms, I don't know if they're brand new. I don't want to put them on because I think I want to sell them and recoup some money so I can put it towards other stuff on the build. So what I did end up doing was I picked up a set of illicit no-cut brackets. So those are on the way. Those are the infamous way of solving the issues associated with the rear axle being out of alignment. So this is what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to put the stiffer shocks in and see if the wobble goes away. And I'll make a conclusion, let you guys know if stiffer shocks will allow you guys to lower your truck with a spring kit and just get away with running the stiffer shocks, and off you go. You'll still have the issue with it not being perfectly centered in the wheel well, and also the pinion angle maybe slightly being off. But honestly, the pinion angle doesn't look too bad, but the wobble issue is definitely a concern, at least for me, and the speeds we're going to be running in the quarter. So that leads me to my next point. So what we're going to do, and I just kind of want to let you guys in on it now, and then I'll probably get into it. Well, I definitely will get into it in further detail later. So all this stuff going on the truck. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the fuel pump in. I'm going to show you guys how I put the fuel pump in, how I remove the tank out of the vehicle, how to remove the fuel pump out of the vehicle, how to reinstall the fuel pump, how to modify your basket, fuel pump basket, so that you can put a fuel pump in. I'm going to do all that stuff, document it all for you guys. As always, for the Ram community, for you guys, and just get it done. I'll also do the shocks. So the QA1s, I'll document that, how that works. I'll also document the illicit no-cut brackets for you guys. So everything is going to be documented. But what I do want to let you guys know is I do plan, once we get this thing, driving straight, some of you guys are probably going to laugh, but it's just kind of the way I am, is once we get the thing driving straight and the fuel issues are gone away, we're going to go to the quarter mile, set a record for this truck, stock motor, with the ProCharger kit with stock level boost, whatever, 7-8 pounds. We should be able to get low 12s, possibly high 11s if we're lucky. That's the plan. Once we hit that goal, I set the, I don't want to call it record, but set that goal for you guys for the truck. I am going to part the truck out, put it mostly back to stock, or if anyone is interested, I'm going to sell the truck completely modded, as you see. So my gut feeling right now is probably the way we see it, I'll probably sell that for about, I don't want to get into too many numbers, but probably try to get the way it sits with supercharged everything, with the higher mile truck, fully loaded sport model, probably try to get around 30 for it. If somebody wants less mods, then I'll start pulling off different pieces or components and dropping the price. So it's just kind of where my head's at right now. I do want to start on a new project shortly, and I think I want to do some go fast stuff, but trying to do it with this huge, fat, heavy truck is kind of counterproductive. I think it takes away from the essence of a four-door kind of family truck. So I think that's kind of what we're going to do right now, and then that way I can use that money towards the next project vehicle. Because I do kind of want to, I don't just want to stick on just the Ram forever. I kind of want to, the same way that I've showed videos for every aspect of the vehicle, whether it's interior lights, exterior lights, removing the grille, removing the headlights, removing the taillights, removing the tailgate, like just all sorts of things to do with this vehicle. I feel like I've covered a lot of bases on this, and I want to do that with the next vehicle. So that's kind of where my head's at. Once we set like a decent time record, I feel we owe it to the truck, to the build, to the channel, to at least see what this thing's going to run and then move on to the next project. So it's kind of where we're at. But if you guys want to spread the word out there as far as the vehicle, you know, you guys know just as well as I do the build that's gone into this thing, the attention to detail, all that stuff. So I'm either going to sell it the way it is. Somebody can get hooked up with a truck that's super fast for like, I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty good bargain at 30, but you guys can laugh, joke, comment, whatever you guys think of that whole idea and go from there. It's got a lot of go fast parts on it, and it'll be completely set up, all the hiccups worked out. There's no secrets. You guys have seen the whole truck. So kind of where my head's at. I think that's what we're going to do. But yeah, get the build done, you know, set some times, and then go from there, start the next project and just do it all over again. So I'm excited for that whole process, and I'm kind of excited just to get the truck sorted out finally, send it down the track, and really see what this thing's going to run. I think it's going to run, surprise a lot of people, including myself and Jay Green and everybody that's involved in the build. But anyways, guys, as always, let me know what you think in the comments below of everything. And yeah, we got some stuff coming along the way. Like I said, never a dull moment. Everything that I pretty much say on the channel happens as far as parts, builds, all that stuff. So we got the stuff coming to fix the issues that we have. Not a huge delay, and we'll keep cracking. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed or stopping in for the first time, check out some of the other videos on the channel, and let me know what you guys think of some of those other videos too. But a lot of exciting stuff on the way, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.